Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for Bitcoin. I'm going to show you my primary count since the local top. And it's been a pretty tough one because we haven't had very good retracements. If you remember last video, I was looking for this to come up between the 50 and the 618 of the down move. Clearly we didn't get that. So we have to reevaluate what's happening here. And this is my primary count at the moment. First, we have an ABC to the downside as a W wave, as a zigzag. We then had a complex correction for our X wave. We only came between the 236 and the 382. So pretty weak retracement, which isn't the best sign. And currently we have three waves down here as an A wave in our Y wave, and expecting to come a little higher for our B wave and our C wave down in a flat, which is a 3, 3, 5. If we have a zigzag to begin with as our W, we need a flat or a triangle for our Y wave. This can turn into a triangle, and what that would look like is A, B, C, D, E, and then we take off, and that's the end of the correction. But we'll have to reevaluate if we start drifting sideways for like the next week, and obviously making the shape of a triangle. But as of right now, expecting this move down to the 1-to-1 extension of this W wave off the X, which is down at 36,930. In which case we can make an attempt to the upside, or this is just an A wave in a larger ABC once we complete. Now there are some trade options available here. There's not the best risk reward on a C wave, because we'd have to defend this low, and we're only targeting the 70%, which is the minimum requirement for a flat. So not the best risk reward for this one unless we get some further downside and can get a slightly better entry, come back, make support on previous resistance. Something like this I'd be interested in a long, but not at the moment. The risk reward just isn't there. That would be a little better. If we can drop down to around, where are we at there? 40,855, somewhere around there. If we can get a little bit deeper retracement. But if we don't get that, then I'll be interested in a short up in this area with the stop at this high, targeting that 36,930, which will be a nice little trade setup. Now there is one alternative. I'll show you that. And that is, if we start to take off here in 5 waves, we technically have not invalidated this as a B wave in a larger correction. The invalidation is there at the 1.618. We have not broken through that. And that extension is this A wave extended to the 1.618 extension. All you do is pull the pivots, put on the 1.618, 382, and the 236. The most common area is between the 236 and the 382, so it's not likely. I'm just showing you that option, because if we do happen to make 5 waves and come back up like so, most likely be a false breakout, and this would be 3 waves. We get an expanded flat A, B, C, and then 5 waves down. It would all become a large A wave, B with a expanded flat B. So until we break that level at 40,265, this can be a B wave in a expanded flat. So just keep that in mind. It's good to know these things just in case this starts taking off. You're like, what's going on? That's what I would look for, and then look for a short after the fact. But as of right now, looking for this to come down a little further, in which case I might be interested in a long if the risk reward is good enough. Otherwise, looking for a short from up around 42,561. This will be nice though, because then we can make an attempt to make new highs. Just an attempt. Every attempt can fail. If it fails and just comes between the 50 and the 618, back to this previous area of resistance, kind of sideways consolidation, then I'd expect this entire structure just to be an A wave. before we make further downside to around that 30,000, 31,000 we were looking for before, into the halving. But yeah, I'll make sure to update this if I get into a long or short trade. So if you like my videos, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll make sure to update this one obviously on the regular. All right, guys, thanks for watching.